Hi, my name is Colin. I'm from Pyango, and I'm going to quickly show you how you can install Supabase the absolutely cheapest and most powerful way possible, so you get the most bang for your buck. The way you would do this is you have to create an account on Hetzner. Hetzner is a cloud service provider in Germany, and you're going to create a virtual machine there that is usually like between 5 to 10 euros per month. You can get it cheaper, but for Supabase you need a little bit more memory. That's why it's going to be a little bit more expensive than the absolute cheapest option that they have. So I've logged into my Hetzner account here, and I created a project called Supabase. And from this screen here, you can create a resource and create a server. Here, what I usually choose is something in Germany because that's the cheapest option. And also I'm going to use Ubuntu here. What you need is at least 4 gigs of RAM, so that's why I'm going to choose the cheaper but more memory option here with Intel. Everything else I leave the same except my SSH key. I'm going to add that, and then I'm going to name the server Supabase and create and buy. That costs me around 4 euros a month. I let this deploy. It usually takes like 1 minute, and then I will get back to you. Okay, so now it's deployed. It took maybe 10-15 seconds. You're gonna need to copy this public IP address here, and then you go to your terminal. Okay, so I have my terminal session open here. I'm going to SSH root at and then the IP address. Then I accept to add it to my known hosts, and then I'm logged in. The next thing I have to do is I have to go to Dokploy, which is an open source deployment service that you use to install Supabase. So it's basically just 2 commands that you have to run, or even just 1 command and the rest is configuration. So go to Dokploy, click on the curl command here to install it. Back to your terminal, run this command, and it will take a while and then it's installed. I will get back to you. Okay, so after about 2.5 minutes, we are done and we are greeted with this congratulations, Dokploy is installed. You can now click on this link here and open it in the browser, and you can register your Dokploy instance. Okay, so now we are ready to install Supabase. So you create a new project, call it Supabase. Then you click create service, and then from template, search for Supabase, create, and then you say confirm. And that's basically it for the creation of the service. Now we have to deploy it. It's not deployed yet, so you click on the service and you click the deploy button. And while this is running, this will take a while because it has to download Docker images, as you can see here. Is maybe takes another 2 minutes or so. In the meantime, we can go to environment here and we can hit the button to visualize the environment. Don't do this with anybody else. I'm going to remove this instance later again, so it's nothing sensitive here, but don't share this with anybody if you think about running this in production. But here we can find the dashboard username and the dashboard password. That's important because we need this to later when it's deployed login, so write this down. And if you want to see how the deployments are going, you go to the deployments here and you can see how far ahead with the download this is. I'm going to let this run and then we'll get back to you. Okay, so it seems like it's done now. You can now go to domains here, and as you can see here, there is a Supabase domain with traffic.me. This is a dynamic wildcard DNS server that you can use for your own purposes, like for testing and development. Don't use this for production though. So if you click this button, you can see DNS is now valid. You can open it up and then you can put in Supabase and your password that you copied from before. And when you click on sign in, then you should be greeted with your Supabase dashboard. One last thing before you go. You can go to your server here and you can do all the security updates so you're up to date and run this on a regular basis. So I'm doing apt update and then upgrade -y, and this will just install and run all the security updates for this virtual machine that I have here. Well, that's it. As you can see, it costs us about 3 euros and 29 cents for the server and the IP address, as far as I can see here. So it's way cheaper than the Supabase cloud services. When we look at the pricing here, you start with a free one, but as soon as you need more space, which is very, very soon the case, you have to at least pay 25 a month plus more in compute if you need that. And then if you scale up from there, it gets even more expensive because you want to scale your software. And if your startup has a lot of traffic and a lot of compute to do, but you're not making money, it's going to bankrupt you very soon as your startup. So consider using the self-hosted version to survive a bit longer in the market. That's it. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.